Welcome back to my channel. This is a reading for Leo for January 2021. First off, Happy New Year to everybody, to my new subscribers, and always appreciate all my returning subscribers. I know my readings go a little bit longer, so I do appreciate everybody's time and their attention, and I'll try to give a quicker synopsis at the beginning for those that don't have a lot of time initially, but if you have more of a chance to listen to the video at its length, I would say that there's some more details and finer points that may be of use to you. So anyway, just glad that we made it all through to 2020. And, given all the surprise elements and the hardships that a lot of us endured in 2020, I feel that 2021 has given us a lot more resilience, or has made us a lot more resilient and certainly resourceful. And I think it's going to be a new mindset for all of us on a lot of fronts. Okay, so just to get into the reading here, and certainly just before I do, I should mention just a general read. It's not going to apply to every Leo globally, especially because everybody's at different points along their journey. So again, only take what resonates and whatever helps you to move forward this month. So if nothing resonated for you this month, that's not to say that next month it won't have some relevance to you. So I'll start out with the Unity card, and this is the Fortune Reading deck by Sharina Starr. Illustrations are by Richard Crooks. So as the card depicts, a time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. You radiate and attract great love. So I think that's an excellent way to start the year, given, again, all of the challenges of last year. So this card, as I said, is, there's the general, well, it is a general energy, but for a lot of you, I feel this was really the majority of what was coming through. So it's connections is what I'm trying to get at here. So again, the general energies for this month, revolve around unity, and definitely some kind of relationship for a lot of you is at the forefront. So the card in itself represents that strong, harmonious, emotional kind of connection. Anything that speaks to more generally how you interact with family or businesses or romance or any kind of connection. So as we go through, you will find out more specifically how that plays out, how it's operating for you in the month of January. But this could come in as an intense love affair for some, a swift romance, as in a new bond. But for others, they may have had a year of difficulties, and then there's a real bonding, and a new way of looking at the relationship. But either way, it shows up as some kind of newness. It's something more uplifting in some way. And again, it could be a person that's coming in to uplift you in some way. But it certainly speaks to soulmate connections, this particular card, and there is some other cards that reference relationships of the past, so something long-standing, and I feel it might even have been, maybe a friendship that's turned relationship or something from childhood. But either way, I can reference the Six of Cups just because I have gone through the cards just for time's sake here. But the Six of Cups did come through later in the read, and that one, for sure is an indication that there's some, reference to a past childhood connection or some kind of issue around that anyway, or even a naive, innocent childhood energy. But outside of that, there was also some indications that you were dealing with some legalities or something around contracts, or, a predominant Libra energy, because the Justice card appeared. I actually did have, I've combined my Rider-Waite deck so that there's actually two of them there. So it actually came up twice. So I really feel that that was a really predominant energy for you. So either this is Libra, or again, like Libra energy that's very strong in your read. But certainly the Justice appeared twice. So there's definitely some energy around some kind of cycle completing or some kind of closure or decision as well there. But lots of cards again on the front of closure. Six of Swords is also in the mix here, and the World card and a few others. So there's definitely some kind of an end or a resolution or some kind of lesson that's been learned, and you're just starting to look at things with new eyes again. So in January, I feel that there's a lot of new energy. There's some new decisions that are coming into play, again, whether that's on the relationship front or in relation to your career. But the Hierophant came up, so I feel that, and also the Marriage card with this particular deck. So the Marriage card coming up could also be seen as a relationship moving to a new level, and again, there was some energy around the Four of Wands. Granted, that was more along the lines of your your foundation in terms of money, but again, it still can support a happy family, good foundation, reason to celebrate, with a lot of friends coming through with this reading as well. A lot of family support, or, you know, or friends that are like family that are really around you during this time. So the goals card also comes up next after all of this. And again, I'll start pulling the cards so that you can see them. But the goals cards come up, and that one was around, you know, because it's so close to the romantic partnership. Maybe I'll just give you a quick glance here. But the goals card comes up, and again, because it's so close to partnership, and the Hierophant card coming up, I do feel, you know, the institution of marriage, you know, also in there. I suspect that there may be some kind of merging of funds, you know, finances and marriage as well, that kind of thing that is somehow, it's definitely around your money as well. So it's not just on the not in just on the relationship front. It is definitely coming up with your finances. So I don't know if this is sort of a startup partnership of some sort that the two of you are thinking about or discussing, but either way, there's some overlap there. So again, if your goal is around a romantic partnership and sort of sealing the deal in some way, you know, whether you're moving in together or whatever that looks like for you, taking it to a new level. But I do feel there's some kind of a merging with others. And for others, it would be merging in a group or a team effort, moving, you know, all of you moving together toward this startup partnership, because there was a lot of support coming in from more than one person. So although one person does look to be predominantly inspiring you on some level. So again, it looks to have a lot of promise, whatever this partnership is, and certainly it is followed by the Sun card, which comes up in a couple of different decks. So I do feel there's lots of reason for you to celebrate in January. A lot of incoming cards, again, with emotion, with the cups, and there's a lot of cards that were heart-based and motivated, you know, with the Wands energy, and that of course speaks to inspiration and passion projects in the works, that kind of thing. So for the most part, it seems like there's a partnership or a relationship, and a lot of emotional contentment was the main theme of this month. So around your finances, it did look like there is some restraint. It did come up with the Four of Pentacles, and again, that's around, you know, someone trying to maybe control the finances, maybe something, you know, there. It didn't feel like there was necessarily a lack. There may have been some kind of a sacrifice, something that some money has gone out on. But I would say that overall, again, with the Hierophant card coming through, for some of you, it could be supporting the idea of marriage or a stronger commitment and, you know, merging your finances. And for others, it's more along the lines of a lot of elements of control around your financial sector this month. So you want to be a little more cautious at this time, because there wasn't a lot of pentacles, but there's definitely a lot to look forward to as the year unfolds, because there's a lot of cards of protection and certainly a lot of insight, definitely divine coming in, some kind of angel of some sort, somebody that may have passed that's around you that is seems to be kind of guarding you in some way as well for the month of January, which I'm sure will, you know, will be a little more long-standing over the course of the year. But anyway, strong Taurus and Libra coming through. There was Sagittarius energy here as well, Aquarius. But again, it doesn't have to be about a person. It can be just about the energies of what the card really represents. So there was quite a few major arcana, and again, like with the Sun card, the Star card, but a lot of these were just clarifiers, but I still feel there's still some major energy around that. So I feel that predominantly it's an emotional realm of things for you for the month of January. And again, it could speak to some of you more along a spiritually motivated time where you're just feeling more enlightened and more deeply connected. But there was a lot of cards, as I said, around collaboration, connection, teamwork, you know, and a lot of effort going out on your part. I don't feel it was all in the month of January. I feel this is something that has gone on prior to that, with December, just because you are working really diligently, really hard at something on the career front. So to me, that speaks to something that has been ongoing for some time. I don't think it's just an immediate startup. You might be considering more of a startup in a different direction because maybe one idea didn't, you know, didn't manifest in the way that you would expect it, so you're having to revamp the idea is kind of what it feels like to me for most of you. So anyway, more specifically with the Unity card, this card spoke to progress emotionally. So the card, as I said, is referencing soulmate, karmic connection, and especially with the World card coming up here, there could be some indication that there's travel connected to this as well, or at least in the discussion of that. But the Unity card represents also a very strong sexual connection. Could also be around a strong new connection, but this or a revamped connection from something of the past, because there is a lot of passion and desire with this card, and it definitely foretells of some kind of enduring relationship to come. So for those, however, that this relates more on the career front, this card actually bodes well for career changes at this time. So anybody for sure in real estate, buying, selling, relocation may be a part of your plans. Doesn't mean that, for sure that's the case, but it could also revolve around, traveling for work or something along that line. But it does feel that you're in control of this decision either way. I don't feel it's being thrust upon you because it is more of a happy outcome card. So again, next out is the goals card. So the goals card again is, whether it's where progress is positive and personal goals, and again, whether this is on an emotional front for you or if it's really more of a career-laden idea. It just feels as though you're moving away from a place of stagnancy or something where there was a level of boredom, or you're transitioning, from something that you had thought would work out and it didn't, and so you're trying a whole new way of developing this idea. So that may require that you're learning some new skill, but you're really pushing ahead. You're trusting your instincts here in this month. The card does speak to big changes on the career front, so I don't feel it's all happening in January, of course, but it does also speak to some extra money that could be coming in that surprises you for some of you. But there might need to be some kind of personal sacrifice, for the month of January, or maybe this just happened and that's where there was a bit of a personal sacrifice that sort of stretched out into January here from December. But I feel that there might have been some element of a personal sacrifice that needs to be made regarding this career-oriented pathway, and I feel it's a necessary one. So, whether that's time or energy or, involvement with people that, you have to bring in, and rely on for expertise, whatever. There's some kind of sacrifice on some level here. But overall, very happy month for you emotionally. There's a lot of teaming up energy and celebration. So again, in terms of personal relationships, you're moving into a new romance for some, and for others, deeper level of commitment where your partnership feels new or renewed in some way. So for some of you, that's your goal. Others of you, it's around less around the relationship status, more in terms of a business partnership, or an alliance of some sort that's moving you into a job situation. But whatever was draining you or blocking you is falling away here in this month. So there might be, again, residual energy, and for sure things can carry over into the next month because everybody's going to be operating on a different timeline. But I feel that there's some kind of alliance or kind of a happenstance meeting of some sort that is going to come in, inspire you, boost your confidence, and you're going to get some really good advice from this person. And I feel it's strongly advised around your finances for this month. So again, for others of you, the marriage card is up next here, and this is going to relate around, any attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. But it's also about, for others, where you're exuding some real electric magnetism this month, and you're really able to pull in the things that you need, the resources that you need, draw the attention that you need to get going this month. So I feel that you may have more than one thing to celebrate here as well. There's and for others, it's this real unique spiritual connection that's coming through for you in terms of business or work-related activities, and so in some way or some part of this picture, it can be around healing. And again, because there were cards that follow up with that energy, whatever that means to you in a medical field or something along a holistic type, or nurturing, maybe with children. But there's definitely some kind of a healing energy around whatever this potential position is for some of you. I do feel again a union feels long lasting, and whether that's a kindred spirit or friendship of some sort, this is some. It's a really strong connection. So, whoever this is to you is someone that maybe some of you are bound to, in a spiritual way because someone has passed along. But you're really gaining a lot of insights this month. You're really able to tap into this source of knowledge that they call, the Akashic Records, and bring that healing energy to whatever it is that you do. So, maybe some of you are helping to mend relationships, or you're in the process of mending a relationship with a friendship or someone else that is coming back into your life. But I do feel that, there's a lot of friends and family in this picture here, which is the next card up, of course. So friends, family, and guides. And, this one, it's also clarified with the Ten of Pentacles. So these are just, as I say, clarifiers. But I did feel, with family matters, well, first off, I'll say friends and family and the Ten of Pentacles really speaks to me that there's a lot of success, and whether it's to date or to come in the preceding months, it's going to be dependent on your connections either way. I feel that's a really, poignant part of the story here. So you really are creating some alliances in the month of January and throughout the year, I would suspect. But your family matters are really going well, and there's a lot of satisfaction that's brought in by these connections. So for a few of you, this might relate around an inheritance, as I said, because of a passing of a loved one, because it is followed up by the loss card. So, for some of you, it might have been someone you were estranged from that's coming back, and for others, it may have been, simply just an energy around a sense of grieving. So again, if that's the case, you're still getting a lot of support from loved ones at this time. And definitely with the Empress, and that was also followed up with the Page of Swords. So there's some clarity coming through here, but as to how to move forward. So, I mean, the Empress can also speak to the Empress can also be speaking to, the after a period of loss, there's ideas and kind of a centering again, a grounding energy, a nurturing energy to self or others that's coming through here. But it is followed up with, with the Page of Swords. So again, I feel that this could also, it could represent that there's some kind of a more immature or youthful person that's involved in your reading here. I don't know how that relates, but I mean, the Page of Swords can also be about rumors, and maybe rumors around some element of the loss. Maybe it was a loss of a business of some sort and you're grieving the loss of that business. It could be on that front as well. But either way, there could be, again, energy around a youthful, immature sort of person that's coming through. And again, maybe there's some rumors around the loss itself. But either way, in terms of a career front, it does speak to a drive towards your ambitions to overcome whatever this next card is, which is the Four of Cups. And again, that's still, revolving around some kind of a loss there. So whether, again, loss of job, loss of career path of some sort, but it does speak toward, that drive with the Page of Swords to get past this Four of Cups. So where there's three cups that represent a conclusion, because that's really a creative, three is a creative number as well. But the fourth cup is being offered to you to move you out of this energy. So for those that are more career based, I feel there may have been some energy around something that was holding you back. But either way, there is a pause in the month of January to reflect and pull yourself out of it for this month. So I say that because it's also followed up with the Ten of Swords. So I feel, again, on the career front or something to do around an ending of some sort, something may not have lived up to your expectations in terms of work. And maybe you took the loss pretty deeply, and maybe you put a lot of time and work into something and it didn't turn out as you expected. But either way, you're growing past this and choosing not to identify with that part of your ego. You're actually able to detach from the outcome. So that outcome that you expected it to, to how it would turn out has changed, and you're actually regaining your confidence here. So again, I feel that's, likely because you've got so many supports around you, and it, with the Wheel of Fortune, of course, does show that you're moving into a better place. So this is a change that's taking place with the Wheel card, and I feel that it's creating an opportunity for you. And for some of you, again, there's something a little unexpected that's coming through. So maybe it is another opportunity that, in terms of a job, or something that is just being given to you to help you along this journey. So it will be of benefit to you with this influence. It is a positive influence. And again, for some of you, it's, a positive spiritual or very knowledgeable person that can be coming through, that can be giving you some guidance at this time. I do feel that if it is representing a person, it is somebody who is helping you to get a better grasp of an issue, where you felt a little stymied. And of course, for sure, the card, it does in some way to me, because there's other cards that represent this as well further into the reading, that represent a lot of education or further study. So I definitely feel that, with the teacher card coming up here, that there is a lot of, again, feel like this is a person that's coming in for you. It certainly could speak to you being a teacher to others in another way as well. But I just feel that there is someone for sure coming in for the month of January for a lot of you that is going to help to re-inspire you and get you back on track. So again, this could be a romantic partner or friendship, or lover, or some kind of business partner that is getting you excited about the process. So but with the teacher, you also have it clarified with the Queen of Wands. So maybe this is the person here. For a few of you, I feel it's really a woman. And again, doesn't have to be, but this is really somebody who is supporting you with that inspiration, helping you with your dreams or your ambitions, aiding you in some way. Could also be that there's a spiritual connection to this person as well, because there's other cards that reference that. So this card usually represents as someone who is a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, definitely career-oriented, detailed, friendly, charismatic, outgoing, independent, someone who's pretty magnetic. So again, this could be you coming through in your own reading as well, and that's really just you being empowered and confident as well. So, but we also have, you're using your intuition, you're really getting focused during this time, and you're really starting to take control and move ahead with a clearer understanding of how to get ahead. So again, with the Three of Wands, this also speaks to, even though this is the direction you're moving, there is a waiting period. So something is not going to materialize yet, but you're definitely lining things up. You're getting the people involved. You're getting your motivation started with these ideas, and you're really starting to feel, positive about where you're headed. So I feel you just have to be patient and calm during the month of January, because the success that you're earning is actually definitely success that's earned through your concerted effort. So it is a creative process to problem solve, and it's certainly not going to be without difficulty, but I feel that you're really you're in such a state of enthusiasm and excitement toward this journey, that it's helping you to expand the idea, and it's creating a lot of momentum. So you'll just keep moving towards it, because you have a lot of energy to focus on this idea and really flesh it out. So again, your alliances are really coming through as the opening, as that way forward. And again, with the Peace card, I just feel that it's all about you using your inner strength and courage, and you're really keeping things in balance as you move ahead with that level head, and you're feeling so much more self-assured. Next card out is the Nine of Pentacles. So Nine of Pentacles, it can speak to money's coming in, but I don't feel for the majority of you that's really where this is going. I just feel that for most of you, this Nine of Pentacles is really the culmination of your work and your efforts, from prior months, even though that didn't turn out quite the way you wanted it, but it's really starting to draw attention. Your ideas, the way that you carry it out, the way that you're feeling much more confident about putting the time and effort into this project. And so it's your tenacity. It's increasing your popularity in some way. I feel that people want to work with you, and I feel there's not a lot of struggle throughout the month of January, just because you're gaining the resources that you need at this time. So again, with the Ace of Wands, is coming through with a new idea, feeling really inspired and really able to move forward. So we've got the door to romance coming up. So again, this is the Energy Oracle deck by Sandra Ann Taylor, and it is about something opening up here on a relationship front. So moving your relationship again to that next level, deeper commitment, something more enduring. I mean, there's a few cards that really do emphasize all of that. So again, and someone could be someone coming back from the past. But either way, it's making you feel like it's a new beginning, though, regardless of whether or not this is a past person that is re-emerging. Because we do have the Ten of Wands. And so with that card, I mean, that tells me that, there's been a lot of hard work to get to this point, let's say on a passion project for some of you, but in terms of even a romantic partner, some of you may have felt that it was an oppressive situation or a burden at some points. And now you're able to detach from all that heaviness and really blossom or enjoy the result, of your commitment to this point. Things are starting to turn around here with the sun. So again, this was the optimistic energy coming through. So that shows me you're just in a happy place here in January. There's a lot of joy and freedom and some kind of renewed energy and spirit that you're aligned with because you have crossed or overcome some kind of barriers. So, you're free to just enjoy where you are headed here. That's what's going on. So we also have the Two of Pentacles, and to me, it's a positive, playful energy. You for sure could be, you're still in harmony, you're still balancing things out with a two, but this is where you've made a lot of right choices to date. You're free to just enjoy the newness of it all. But in terms of finances, I feel you're still struggling, or I shouldn't say struggling, juggling to remain balanced on that front. Like you're just hanging on to things. You're not allowing for a lot of investment in ways that might compromise you. So, again, I feel at some stage you're just enjoying the first level of accomplishment here in January and you're enjoying some pleasurable times. So, there's also the Fool card that came up down the road here as well. And to me, that sort of well, actually, before I jump into that, I just want to say, like, as far as appreciation, again, I just feel that overall you're just in a place where you're valuing where you are at this time. So not a lot going on there, but with the Page of Pentacles, this really speaks to me as good news coming in for you at some stage. And again, it could be a residual into February, but I just feel that you're enjoying that first level of accomplishment. Something you've been working on, and now you're ready to move ahead onto that next level. So that's where the Fool comes in. And the Fool card is a lot more of a promise with the journey, on this purpose. So you've attained a lot of growth here. There's been some challenges, and the Fool has wisdom. There are resources at the Fool's disposal. This is somebody who is eager, to apply things in more of a practical sense. So there's some wisdom that's been attained here, but it hasn't yet been applied in a practical way, in a real world way. So this is, I feel, the stage that you're at. I feel that because you're redoing something in a new way, now you have to apply it in a more practical methodology. So at this time, I just feel, again, you're enjoying love and life. You're kind of stepping back, probably after all of the idea of getting things organized, and you're feeling a little sense of accomplishment or pride or victory on some level because you have made some kind of a sacrifice, because there was a Hangman card that comes up here later as well. So again, I feel you've reached maybe some job you're hearing about, or for others that are doing a startup or side job, the results are yet to be considered into the future. So again, some sacrifice in terms of time, energy, or money, although I feel for most of you it's time and energy and focusing on the alliance and getting some of the practical things done first. But either way, there's a moment of a pause that's being brought about with the Hanged Man energy. But know that you're making the right decisions. Because, as I said, you've got the happiness card of the Sun, you've got the victory, showing that there's been something that's accomplished, and the Hanged Man is you're pausing, and just enjoying the moment. So you've also got the Knight of Swords that's coming in here too. So again, that can speak to, taking some kind of action here. but also kind of clearing away any, any illusions, and really kind of getting back on track here, because we also have, there's quite a few swords coming in here. Again, with the Three of Swords, I mean, there might have been a difficult decision that you had to make, and maybe you had to dissolve a relationship of some sort, or a friendship, or a partnership. Maybe there was something that just didn't turn out, as well as you would have liked, and maybe there was a disagreement between partners, but somehow you're resolving those differences to get past this Three of Swords. And that's where we're headed into the journey here. So the journey really speaks again to travel or relocation or a work-related trip. And for some of you, maybe it's a move, but again, it's a positive thing. So I don't feel this is something that is just going to throw you off guard. This is a decision you're making. And again, whether this is just something that's in discussion, that you're hoping that will unfold into the near future, but the World card also supports that idea of travel or journey. So there might be some anxiety with all the directions that are available to you, followed by the Seven of Cups, and as well with the Five of Pentacles. So maybe you're just not sure how that's all going to operate. Maybe you do require some travel, and you're not sure if things aren't going to open up. How are you going to proceed? So it is on some front, it's new territory for you. Even though I feel it's an older idea for a lot of you, but it is, it's being developed in a new way. So it is putting you into, an area of new territory. So of course there's risks with the Seven of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. So could also speak to there being a younger person involved, because you've got the Page of Wands. So again, could be an artistic, energetic person who's coming in to assist you or bring you some information. But this person is helpful to you on some level. So again, we also have, there might be some kind of a communication up ahead. The next set of cards is the spiritual relationship. And this one really speaks to not just that, we also have, they're all tied in together here with the spiritual career as well as healing. So to me, they really do all work together, this triad. And it really is, to me, some kind of a friendship or partnership or something, or like-minded person that's, maybe coming back from the past, or a teacher that's somehow coming in to aid you and move you ahead in some way. But this is really an opportunity for you to become more spiritually aware and connected to the journey. I feel you're getting so much insight coming in from the divine, from spirit, that you're really gaining in a exponential way. This opportunity is going to open up a little faster, even though you're asked to wait right now. But as things, fall together, it's just going to seem like it just expands as the year unfolds. So I feel that although it is going to be dependent on further study, because there's a lot of cards that come through to this, this aspect of education. So again, spiritual partnership, spiritual career, something to do in the healing fields, all very heart-based and, motivated on that level as well. So you're really connected to this on a far deeper level. It's not just a job, I feel, for a lot of you. It's a real opportunity. It's where you're more spiritually aware. You're really in tune with this opportunity. Again, further study, but it is, I feel, something you're passionate about, really connected to. And again, it could speak to healing arts, the tarot or yoga or reflexology or, anything that's medical. But it is something on that front that's of service to others. Could be Reiki, counseling, acupuncture, some form of therapy, art therapy, however that resonates for you. So, so maybe just in short here, this is quickly the Psychic Tarot deck by John Holland, and the heart chakra, again, is all about balance, compassion, and nurturing. All of those things I feel are real benefit to you during this time. So again, a lot of growth in the month of January. Again, it'll likely trickle through to some of the preceding months, but it's coupled with the Power card. And I'd really say that is speaking to you being empowered at this time. You're really loving yourself, loving others, just all over good energy. So the next card's out, and pretty much to the end here is except for the finance aspect. So the listening, this is actually the cards it's advice from the wisdom of the House of Knights cards, and it's by PC Cast and Colette Baron Reed. And these I pulled as advice cards. So this is really about listening to others. Listen and learn is the advice. It's sometimes what is not said that can be as important as what is said. So don't hold on too tight. You might chase away something that's happening for you, and that would also be, advice in let others do the same. Just allow things to happen. Just go with the flow. Allow things to unfold. And of course, that operates very well with the next card, which is just to let things go. Anything, don't try to over control a situation or all the details. You are applying things in a practical sense, but not to over control the situation. Okay, so again here with the Hierophant, I feel that this is the Rider-Waite deck. So this starts out with the Hierophant. Just wedge it in there. So the Hierophant, again, this is more around your finances. So again, it could be emerging with another in a marital sense, or in a moving in sense, or teaming up in more of a corporation, or for others it might be a government issue or something around a legality, but it is still moving in your favor. It could also, as I said, merging finances in some kind of a union, but you're dealing with a Taurus energy with this particular card. So for others, it's wisdom that's coming in. And I feel for a lot of you anyway, it's just overall, it's wisdom that's benefiting you. Spirit is coming through and helping you to really see the path clearly here with the Ace of Swords. So, you're deepening your understanding. You're really focused on your sense of direction. You're getting clear on where you're headed. We've got the Seven of Wands coming through, and I feel this is where you're taking the initiative. You have courage and the foresight to use your talents wisely. You might be a little defensive, and there might be some level of you being unsure of the way, but if you just trust yourself, you'll be fine, because as I say, we've got the Justice energy here. If that references a legal matter, again, things are going in your favor here. For others, it may be just a significant Libra energy that's influencing you at this time, and it might be on a matrimonial level, or again, a resolve of a legal matter or a contract or something in favor, and it's a fair decision. So we also have the Three of Pentacles, and this shows a collaboration. You're developing your abilities, you're acquiring and applying these practical skills. You're getting assistance from other people to be able to develop some level of mastery. And again, there's a teamwork feel. Again, this card could represent something in the field of psychology or counseling or teaching on some kind of level, but it's for sure a very social environment. And again, it could speak to a new job of some sort. But for others, if it is speaking to a new job, there's definitely new learning of a skill of some sort. But for sure, education all over this reading. So again, there is some kind of significant power couple or a strong kindred friendship or partnership, some kind of alliance is showing up in your finances. So this could be a joint venture, joint idea, side business, whatever it is for you. But you're either recapturing joys together from an idea or a business or from childhood, or you're just sharing in some kind of happy celebration, with this other person, or, people and this relationship, or maybe it is because it's a marriage situation, but it is something, as I say, that I feel is from the past, because we are looking at the Six of Cups. And with the Temperance card coming through, again, there's divine spirit, some kind of a Sagittarius energy that could also be coming up here, but it doesn't have to be that specific to the sign. Again, it does represent a guardian watching over you. Someone I feel that, may have passed, that you were very connected to in the past, and they're helping to show you some of the spiritual insight that you need to apply to your practical matters, as it relates to your finances. Again, I feel like there might be a slower outcome, because the Temperance card can also indicate there's some kind of a be patient, wait stage here. but again, it may be just because there's a lot of things that are still in that stage of gestation, in the form of an idea with, again, Libra card, Libra energy. But again, there's still some form of weight with the Three of Wands. But you've moved out of whatever this idea was in the mind. You've actually taken it some form to some form of action on the practical, once you've reached into the Three of Wands realm. But I feel that your inspiration is just gaining legs in a practical way. So you have to let things, crystallize. We also have the energy, coming through with the Star card. The energy, the intelligence, the courage, the insight to move things in a positive way, if you just stay the course. Because the course, is, that shouldn't be reversed. And I do read reversals on occasion, but as I say, I feel it relates to the reading. But a lot of times some of the heavier cards can act as a reversal as well when they're multiplied together there. But this one didn't come out as a reversal. I just had it inverted. Just want to put them up there. So anyway, with the World card, again, this is really a conclusion of some sort, but I do feel that you are achieving something. So in the month of January, there is a reason for you to celebrate. You're staying the course. This is you mastering something in a practical way, and it's going to unfold over the course of the year. So, you're still, as I said, hanging on to the money with the Four of Pentacles. I don't feel you want to operate without using some precision and logic and strategy at this point, which is why it's followed by the Seven of Swords, because I feel that you were disappointed in the past, and I feel that you did need to change your approach. And I feel that the message right now is that you're regenerating, you're letting go, and you're ending the way that you saw a dream, and you feel like you're making a decision to set new goals, new levels. You might be bringing in new people, people that maybe you feel that you have more trust in, or that are operating with more, because with the Knight of Cups, it's something that is more emotionally satisfying to you. So you're letting go with the Death card. You're letting go of all the things around this dream that you thought was supposed to be a particular way with the Nine of Cups. And I feel that you are, you're creating a better foundation. You've made that decision. You're getting some clear insight into the direction that you need to go. And you're really just putting your best foot forward and doing what it takes. That's your foundation, with the Four of Wands. So that's what I have for you, Leo. Make it a great year. Stay empowered. Live your truth. Stay safe, guys. And everybody's got a talent that you have to believe in, enough to change the world for the better. So sorry about my my cat came in the room and spooked me a bit there, but because I have candles going. Does alarm me. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know. We'll see how the rest of the year unfolds for you. But really, it just feels like you're on a whole new path. And I feel for many of us, that's the direction. So again, that's what I have for you, Leo. Make it a great year.